channel. Hi guys, welcome to the channel, and we're back again with another video. Don't forget to drop us a comment down below. There is merchandise in. It's your line. It's your line. Subscribe, like. I can't work like this. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to drop us a like down below. We've got merchandise in. It's your line.
Do it yourself.
Did you miss me?
No. Hi guys, welcome to another video, and we're looking at the balance points today. Before we start, don't forget to drop us a line down below and
Subscribe, like, share.
God, you're a professional. Anything else?
Free the fear, stomp the ferret, unleash the tiger,
Ring the bell.
exorcise the demon, make the voices in my head go away. You know you look nice in a lovely floral summer dress.
I'm getting worried now.
Big hair.
Cue the music, guys. Okay, you've seen these techniques on our videos before. They're in the library. Go and have a look. It's all about balance points and what we call tipping points. And the idea with this is that we've took what they call the Brazilian, I believe it's called.
Yes.
Does not actually call it the Brazilian.
Well, that's what he called it when he did it to me.
Right.
There is a video on that.
Funny enough, yeah, there is actually one online. If you look for K Masters,
It's the cane jar seminar. It's on the virtual dojo. And I get lifted in the air and I get a nice inner thigh Brazilian wax.
with a cane.
No, with a rhinoceros. It's Cane Masters, what do you think?
Gonna download it, and I'm just gonna put it on every time you annoy me.
Yes, and I'm
Constantly on loop, every single day. Right, let's go and look at the technique to start with.
Right, at this point I need an able body, but we haven't got one, so this is the next best thing to a Kevin.
You're gonna pole dance.
No, I should call you Mr. Floppy. Right. This is very good for a close-in technique. Now, we do get comments saying you can't block in the street.
Yeah.
We say this a lot, and we get comments saying you can't block a punch with a cane.
We get that a lot.
We say that a lot, every video. If somebody's very, very close, we do say about sliding the cane between the person and doing something. Well,
Yeah.
I can, you can't. Phoenix Eye, that's a death strike. In about 25 years, you'll feel that. In 50 years, you'll die from it. So, if this is my opponent, not the Kevin, now he's holding on for grim death, what I'm aiming for is the thighs. This was the hip line. I want to start at the hip, work my way down to the knee, and I'm sliding it up and I'm pushing and rolling it down. Now, I've had this done to me and your body kind of collapses in on itself. Very quick, very simple. You can drive it in, roll it down, or just sneakily put it in and roll. And you're pressing against those muscles against the thigh. And if nothing else, they'll back off slightly.
You've seen our videos before. Pushing waves, pushing hands, paint the fence. This is bringing all those together with a nice little defensive move. This is in close. If you're being attacked,
I would say pre-attack when you know you're going to get, something's going to kick off, as we would say. Look to Lordy, what am I going to do? You can get them out of the way. People say don't run in a street fight. Well, you won't, will you?
no.
Again, situation dependent, but it's a way of getting space, and space is our friend.
So let's have a look at parts of the body that we're going to use this on. Now, normally, Chris would have an able-bodied person, but he's going to stand for me.
I don't stand for you at all.
Right, put your cane in the other hand. You can't see his head, which is lucky for you. Unfortunately, I can still see it. Now, we've told you about balance points, and there's little areas you can push that will basically...
You've got to press down on the belly button towards the bladder.
No, I was trying not to actually get...
You did.
Did I get them? Okay.
There you go. Good shot.
If they're wearing clothes like this, really good point, is you cannot be accurate. But the great thing about a cane, you don't have to be accurate. So all I'm doing is that motion. That's all I'm going to do from here. I'm just going to do it gently. I know it's just gentle, yeah?
Yep.
Again, hips, they're a great balance point. You put a little bit of pressure on, bang.
We might have done a video on that.
We have only just done a video on this. Now from a wheelchair point of view, if I've got someone coming into me, I'll just put one of these away, and they're coming over, they're obviously looking at me. You can see Chris's hands, they're coming to here, doing this. All I'm doing is just sliding the cane down my leg. I'm now getting closer and closer to where I want to go. I have the opportunity to come up under the arms, and you've seen this strike and attack, but for me I'm just going to come straight into his diaphragm. This will wind him. It won't make him happy, and he will probably release his grip. I'm then pushing down and away, and I'm into 30 degree.
You made a mistake there.
What did I do?
I could grab your cane at that point. I mean, obviously.
Why don't you just kick me in the groin?
There's no point.
So all that was just a move down, folds the attacker, you got the distance for the attacker.
So this is my rapscallion. Now, this is where things happen. Now I could bring this around the back of his head. Did you see that? Did you?
No.
What I want to do is bring this up. Now if I bring it up to his diaphragm, you can see it. If I bring it here, now my intention is to push from his hip down his thigh to the top of his knee and press.
Mummy!
He does. Obviously I'm not going to do this. Now you will say, oh, you wouldn't drop down.
I didn't sign up for this.
Well, nobody does. So I'm pushing them. Now he will be leaning forward at this point. Hit the knee, and then obviously at this point I'm hooking the knee.
Yeah.
And doing nasty things here. Or I can be doing the old wibble wobble. We love a wibble wobble.
We're going to emulate the body movement. Being a nurse, I understand how the body works. So once Chris has gone in,
so let's drive here.
Balance point, I'm there.
And now I'm just going to drag that down his thighs to his knees. Now if I'm still getting a reaction, I'm going to drive down on the knees as well, which means dropping my weight down slightly.
My torso will also follow, because I'm going to do what they call hollowing out.
And at this point I would be going, oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Or I can do my nice short range double taps.
It works.
Cue ball, corner pocket, etc.
Okay, I'm going to be a brave little soldier now. I'm standing 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and I'm threatening the Chris.
That's a mistake.
Big mistake. Chris is going to show you how to put on the Brazilian. In fact, if I put my other leg forward, the camera will see it better.
It makes,
Mummy.
Makes no odds which hand your cane is in. Now, we do this a lot. We flick the groin. If you ever watch the video where we're doing this, I actually catch Gary with this. Now, what you are doing is bringing the cane in high. You're pulling it into your body. And once it's there, you are pulling and rotating at the same time. So not only are you grabbing a chunk of flesh and squeezing it, you also, if they got...
You're rolling the flesh around the cane.
Exactly. And depending what you catch, body hair for example, you tend to find they shoot up about 6 inches and they lose their balance. It's very easy then to unbalance them.
Remember, when you do these techniques, and I've got, say, that push down, I'm not just going to stay there, and I'm not just going to sit there and go, ha, I've diffused an attacker. I'm then coming back 30 degree, 3x6.
It's whatever.
Striking away.
A lot of what you'll see will change. Anything in the street is going to be nasty, it's going to be ugly. You are not going to do a perfect technique. But what you will see is opportunities to adapt these techniques.
But if you train regular and you practice and you practice and you practice, it becomes less ugly.
This is true. Why don't you practice more, like a lot? You might be less ugly then. You walked into that one.
You're going to walk into this soon, don't worry.
Well, if I jog on, you can't catch.
One thing you'll find, sitting in a wheelchair, the whole world changes. For starters, you're lower than everyone else.
Makes a change.
And you're kind of restricted in what you can do. Now, I've got the half cane. If I'm stopped in the street, I will have my brakes on. Always do, because you roll back. No surface in the street is ever flat. There's potholes, there's everything. So I tend to sort of flick the brakes on and I sit there. If I'm waiting for someone, if I can't get egress into a shop, I'm like this. If the attacker comes over,
Skew it.
your OCD's playing up.
I'm attacking you. I'm pointing very hard at you.
Oh, do it again, please.
No.
So, now, without being funny, Chris is not a tall chap.
You noticed?
But he is still taller than I. So his eye level is going to be looking round at my face and basically my arms. If I'm down in this position, there's about 4 things you can do from this point to be threatening at me. It could just be vocalising.
Arlo might be a bit verbal as well.
A bit verbally. He may have one hand on. He may have one finger pointing. He may have a fist drawn back. These are different bits. So depending on what they present you is what you would do. We'll take a one-handed or two-handed grab, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You go for that.
Yeah.
Now he's braced himself and he's got a fair bit of distance. He's already got his torso slightly bent and he's having to bring his chin down because he needs to have that body position. If he's got his chin up, it's uncomfortable, not threatening, is it?
Yeah, you might hit me as well.
So from here, all I'm going to do is just come through with the waveform, eh? Come up and away. I have now got a nice bit of distance and I'm ready, guard hand, cane ready, striking, blocking, whatever I want to do.
If he tries that from the thighs to the knee, you can see the difference.
Are you ready?
Go, I'm ready. I was born ready.
I'm going to try and not catch you.
Go. You. Oh my, that was a little bit worse than the other one.
Yes, it was.
Bearing in mind you're hitting somebody with a piece of hickory.
Yeah.
So even just doing a straight strike in and rubbing down is going to cause problems.
And as always, when we're being gentle, we're going placing and gently. Now, I'm putting no force in here whatsoever. In a real life situation, the nerves are going to be there, the panic's going to be there. Can I bring this person down? Have I got the strength to do it? So I'm just going to literally explode out. Ow. Bringing all my core involved out as fast as I can, down as fast as I can, and I'm looking to then get into a position where whatever presents itself, he's probably going to swing, so I'm here into striking, coming over, and I've got a nice little choke, which will show you another day.
Exactly. But Kevin,
Chris,
how about this?
looks odd, doesn't it?
But there are times when you will be sitting like this.
On a choo-choo train, for argument's sake.
Yes. Do you know they use Paxman Ventura Y8 configuration diesels on some of them?
Do they?
Yes, I used to work on those.
So fascinating.
Not really.
So you got some distance. The chairs obviously you won't be able to move because they're bolted in place.
There may be a table here.
But he's got to move to attack me. So
it'll either be I'll either try and stand up or just reach straight across. Ah, yeah. Hey, didn't we do a video on those?
yeah, I think we did.
Hey, if I did a grab, I wonder if you could do that wrist lock.
Wait, you mean that one?
No, it was the other one.
You like the other one?
So inside, outside. Yeah, that's harder to get into actually from your point.
It is.
Yeah.
Especially for half.
Yeah. So this is what you need to do. That one worked great when he went outside to inside.
Come from here and across.
Windscreen wiper.
Yeah.
But if you try to do the other one, which we did the other day, a lot harder when seated, to be honest.
But one great thing you've got, especially with a nice piece of wood. Now we're doing rolls at the moment. But there's nothing to say you can't roll with just the tip.
What about hitting spleen 11 on the inside of the thumb?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like that. So rather than just...
Any other one you'd like me to point out to you?
So, rather than just say I'm striking this point here, the cane is going on and it's being twisted and dragged. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the shaft doing that. No. We talked about place to hit on the tip. So if you're doing these strikes with the tip, they'll be just as effective.
You got a tip, you got a shaft, and you got the crook. Now if he's got double hands into me, I'm going to drag, but I'm going to drag with the horn.
Yeah.
Which is going to tear, or tear up the inside of the thigh, outside of the thigh.
Yes, the potty trainer.
The potty trainer. So we've got all these bits that we can actually put in, and it's the same principle. We are using a push or a pull mechanism.
So we're not doing these high. These are good. We're concentrating more on low strikes this time.
And they're subterfuged. They're actually out of eye line. If you've seen the video where we did, I think it was it no, it wasn't the Harry Potter. Yeah, it was Harry Potter, where we're coming up in line. So Chris doesn't see the cane at all until the worst possible moment.
Yep. Hi guys, thanks for watching the video. As always, drop us a line down below, let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Tell me what you think of our new presenter, who's a lot cheaper because I have to do this. Yes, touch. Off. And much more trainable than Kevin. Aren't you, Nixie? Take it. Good girl.